performance today?
I thought he did real well. He's improved all the spring, and I really like the way that he's beginning to adjust to the speed of the game. So that was one of the things that I wanted to see out of him this spring, and he showed up. So I'm proud of what he did today.
Is he showing you signs of being that every down type of back?
Yeah, yes, he is. I thought he was a little out of shape at the beginning of the spring, but I think he's worked himself into shape, and I think he can be at every down guy.
What's the most important thing for him to improve on going into the fall camp?
Well, I think he's got to come in great condition. I think that was a factor. I don't think he's ever had to be in the kind of condition he has to be in to play in this offense. He's catching the ball well. His blocking has improved. So all the things that he needs to do to play, he's doing. Now he just needs to make sure that he has the stamina to do him for an entire game.
Kenyon hasn't been drafted still. Have you talked to him at all about this
No,
process?
I have not talked to him. I talked to Michael on the sideline, and he told me that he'd been texting him and talking to him, but I have not heard from him.
I know Anthony today. Is that just a precautionary thing?
Yeah, well, he's got a little sore knee or something, and we didn't want to get him out there and injure him, and it was kind of up to him whether he wanted to play or not, and we kind of decided that it was best if he didn't. I think everybody knows what he can do.
Did you get a chance to catch up with Thomas Tyner at all, and if so, how did that conversation go?
I spoke to Thomas up in the stands, and I'm going to try to catch up to him when I'm done here.
Coach, did you go into today with kind of a game plan for how many snaps each of your running backs were going to get today?
Not really any certain amount per se. I didn't want to get Byron and Anthony. I planned not to play them in the second half for the running time. So I wanted to get them some time in, but just a limited amount because I want to get through spring and not get those guys injured.
How satisfied are you with the running backs and the way they progressed through the spring, the 15 practices?
I think they've progressed very well. I'm satisfied with the things they've done. Obviously, we're not there yet. We still got to go through the fall. The spring went really fast because we're still learning, but I'm pleased with where we are right now.
Who impressed you the most with their progress just from day 1 to day 15? If you could
I'd have to say Byron Marshall because he's the guy who's needed that improvement, and he's the guy that we planned going into the spring that, hey, we're going to give him a lot of touches, and we want to see if he's going to step up and be the guy.
What was his thing? What was the thing that he worked on the most during the spring?
Well, I think his entire game, and as I said, I think one of the main things was his conditioning. And it's one thing to be able to do those things, to be able to catch the ball, to be able to block, to be able to run and make some plays, but to do it consistently for an extenuated amount of time is what's important, because a lot of guys run fast at the beginning of the game, and at the end they're not very effective.
Watching Byron today, it seemed to me like he might have picked up a step from last year. Is that something you've seen, or is that just my imagination from way up in the stand?
No, I agree with you. I think he has picked up a step. As I said, I think he's learned a little bit more about the speed of the game, and he's a little bit more comfortable. Guys play better when they're confident. They play faster, and their natural talents come out. I think during the season last year, he was not familiar with the offense. He wasn't acclimated to the speed of the game, so his true talents couldn't really show because he was thinking a lot and trying to do the right things. Now he knows the right things to do, and he can do them full speed.